what's happening, YouTube? Chief J here. Guess where I am? Yeah, you probably guessed it right if you watched the last couple videos. I'm in North Carolina. So I'm just out here right now. This is River Road. I thought I'd show you guys some pretty scenery coming up soon. And I'll talk to you guys while I show you that pretty scenery. I'll talk to you guys a little bit about when I decided to want to be a motorcyclist. And I'll give you a hint. I've been wanting a motorcycle for a long time. So ever since I've been little, I've always thought motorcycles were just the coolest. I mean, come on, what's not to love about a motorcycle? Well, I'm sure you can think of a lot of things, but I couldn't. I couldn't think of a single thing. I just wanted one. In fact, I actually had a family friend that had a Honda Shadow. I think it was a 600 or something like that. Now this was way back when I was like, I don't know, basically a baby up until he sold it when I was about, I don't know, 8, 9 years old or so. And every time I used to go over there, I was too little to ride on the back of it, but I always used to go and sit on it when it was sitting in his garage. I'd always sit on it because it was such a cool, like I liked it. So maybe that's where it kind of started, I guess. But just everything about it just seems so thrilling. The speed, the freedom, I mean, look, the coolness of it, really. I mean, come on, it's freaking awesome. So all this time, you know, I kind of thought motorcycles were interesting. And then as time went on and I got closer to, you know, like the preteen and teenage years, like, my love of motorcycles just always stuck around, and it was always something that I thought was cool, and at the time it was something that I thought I would one day, like, you know, one day I'll grow up and have one at some point. Look at this scenery though, look at it! God! So yeah, fast forward a few years and I got my my learner's permit. And of course I started driving, at the time, my mom's car. And that's when I realized something, and it really, really hit me. I didn't like driving cars.
This is probably the part where I should mention that my driving experience initially was kind of hampered by the fact that it's not very exciting to drive a base model Honda Civic.
You know, for most teenagers, getting your driver's license is a big deal. Like a really, really big deal. That's like your first taste of real freedom. And for me, honestly, I didn't really utilize it much. Yeah, I longed for that freedom, but I just didn't like driving. I wouldn't say I was scared of it, I just didn't feel very in control of it, and I just didn't like it. Then I had an accident. Nothing serious, mind you, like a little fender bender, but it kind of screwed me over on insurance and all that. And then I realized that I really couldn't afford a car either. So then I was stuck, and I was thinking to myself, well, you know, I want freedom, I want to get out and all that. Like, I want to be able to explore and go places, but I don't really like cars, and I can't afford one either. And then my brain went ding, and I went, holy crap, I could get a motorcycle. And pretty much I talked to my parents about it, because I was still, at the time, I believe I was like 17 maybe. So I talked to my parents about it, and of course, you know, they were nervous about it. They didn't necessarily like the idea, and they really wanted me to get a car. And I pretty much told them, I said, look, if you guys want to pay for a car, or at least pay the difference over what it's going to cost me over a bike, I'll get a car. That's fine. But I can't afford one. Like, I can't afford a car, and I need a way to get around. You guys can't drive me everywhere, you know? So that's kind of how that went, and they said, okay. And pretty much once I had their blessing on getting a motorcycle, I started saving up my money and looking at, you know, Craigslist and like Cycle Trader and all that stuff. I mean, like, religiously. That was all my free time on the internet would be pretty much spent browsing motorcycles for sale and also watching motorcycle videos on YouTube. And that's actually also where I learned about motovlogging and decided that I wanted to motovlog once I got a motorcycle. And that's kind of why I'm here now. And let me tell you one thing. I don't regret it one bit. It was absolutely one of the best decisions I ever made in life was to get a bike. Because I've met amazing people, I've seen amazing sights, and I just have fun with it. And I'm happy with my life. Like, I can't attribute it necessarily all to motorcycles, and that sounds also a little bit silly maybe to attribute it to what is ultimately two wheels and a motor, you know? But genuinely, motorcycling and all the things that have come from motorcycling in some way or another have turned my life around and made it all so much better. Look at the scenery, holy crap! That's freaking gorgeous. It's been an amazing decision, and I don't regret it one bit. Do I regret it when I have to commute to school and I have a backpack full of stuff and it's raining and, you know, yeah, okay. Every so often I'm like, yeah, okay, a car is more practical in this particular scenario. But ultimately, I still wouldn't trade the bike for a car. I just wouldn't. I couldn't. I could not do it. I promise you I couldn't do it. So here's my advice to you. If you're on the fence about buying a motorcycle, make sure it's not going to bankrupt you. Make sure your finances can handle it, but do it. Just do it. And maybe eventually strap a camera to your helmet and join the motovlogging community. I promise you, it's full of really, really cool people, myself included, of course. Some even say I'm the coolest. Nobody says that, actually. Alright, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave it a like or maybe a comment. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you do that. I mean, you wouldn't want to miss any other videos, would you? Shoot, what are you going to do if you miss more of my videos? Anyways, guys, for real, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye, boom.